Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Spill Sesh. Today we have got a whole lot of stuff to talk about because H3 is getting sued by Jake Paul for $100 million. This is literally the lawsuit that they are a part of, along with a bunch of other people. But this is something that is really insane and something that has been going around all over social media because obviously it's just really insane when a YouTuber sues another YouTuber. And this is a very big mess because it doesn't just have to do with Jake Paul. It has to do with Triller. If you guys know, Triller is kind of like TikTok, but now they have gotten in this fighting industry where they stream fights, and Jake Paul is apparently an investor in Triller, so that's why he's attached to this lawsuit and has like a hand in this. And this all has to surround the Jake Paul fight that recently happened a couple weeks ago. We talked about it in a video because that was a big deal, and there were a lot of people that streamed it. It was $49.99, so it's basically $50 in order to watch this fight, and so they made a lot of money. I mean, Jake Paul said that there was like millions and millions of dollars that were generated through this fight, and yet Triller is starting to sue people for either re-uploading the fight or trying to stream the fight for other people, like broadcast the fight to other people without permission, obviously, and basically trying to scam them. They're trying to sue people who tries to scam them and re-upload their content for free. So how H3 got involved in all of this is shocking to them because they didn't even realize that they were being sued by Triller and Jake Paul until they read an article, because there was something that was going around on Twitter and they were like, wait, like, are we really being sued? Like, wait, what's going on? So apparently they found out that way, and they talked about it in their most recent H3 podcast episode titled Jake Paul and Triller Are Suing Me. And him and Ela are talking about this entire situation, and I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown. There are a ton of people that are being sued in this, like I said, and it's pretty much for copyright infringement and broadcasting this to people, re-uploading the content, and yeah, that's basically what the dealio is. At first, Triller says that if you found some back way to watch the stream and you got caught, then you could just pay $49.99 and they won't sue you if you like found a secret way to watch the stream. If you just pay $49.99, they were not going to sue you. But if you don't, then they're going to fine you $150,000 because that is apparently the price of the law when you break it, when you watch something illegally that you are supposed to pay for. And how Ethan kind of got caught up in this was because in a Frenemies episode following the Jake Paul fight, Ethan did admit to having pirated the fight. Like, he said he didn't want to give money to Jake Paul, but he wanted to watch the fight, and so he found some way to watch the fight.
The ref called it. I just found that the obscene.
You know what?
I waited
I felt that
fucking long for that.
You watched?
I watched the whole. I bootlegged it. I pirated it.
So at first people thought that was maybe why he was getting involved in this entire lawsuit, because he basically like admitted to having watched the fight for free instead of paying the money. But then there is this other podcast episode of the H3 podcast titled Jake Paul Fight Was a Disaster. This is episode number 244. And in this episode, Ethan is reacting to a clip of the Jake Paul fight. It's just the knockout. He's given commentary the entire time. Someone on Twitter even said he showed like 10 seconds almost a week after the event. So he wasn't watching this live. He was just reacting to it after the fight had already occurred. And apparently this is what he's really getting in trouble for. Having shown a clip of the actual Jake Paul fight on his H3 podcast and reacting to it, which a lot of people are saying, hey, that is fair use because he's just giving commentary. He wasn't like, hey guys, we're gonna watch the fight together, this is live. He didn't play the entire fight. He wasn't trying to like re-upload the fight and make money off of the fight. He was just giving some comments about the fight. and that he showed like a 45-second clip of the actual fight. Like, this wasn't something where he was trying to make money off of the whole entire fight and that'd be that, but that is what he is getting sued for. They're basically claiming that he broadcasted and re-uploaded the fight to millions of people because this video has over 1 million views. And apparently the rules of how all this could go down is that if they do say that he is guilty of re-uploading and broadcasting the fight, he would have to pay like $50, like the $49.99 per person that watched his video. And there's 1 million people that watch this video. So that means he would have to pay like $50 million to Triller because he put a clip of the fight in his video. And I mean, their podcasts are super long, usually like 2 to 3 hours long. And I just have to say, him reacting to a 45-second clip in a like hour, 2 hour, 3 hour long podcast is definitely not him broadcasting the fight. This is like not anything that should be copyright in my mind, but I'm not a lawyer, so that's just my thoughts on that. And in the recent podcast, they did talk about the entire situation, saying that, you know, Triller is in fact suing them. It is true. They thought it was a joke at first because of how they found out. They said it is quite a big lawsuit because there are so many people involved in the lawsuit, like a bunch of people. There's also websites, and these people have actually like uploaded the fight and like broadcasted it, or they like got the link while the fight was actually happening and broadcasted it live. Like some of the people that are getting sued really did like break the law. And then there's Ethan, who just like reacted for like 45 seconds. And Ethan says that he feels like he's kind of getting thrown into the lawsuit out of spite for something because he really did only show 45 seconds and it was totally fair use. And the two of them have been sued before for copyright infringement and they actually won. So, I mean, you know, their team knows exactly what to do. Again, I hope that it all works out because $50 million, could you guys imagine? $50 million they would have to pay over a Jake Paul knockout. The fight was like 2 seconds. He only literally showed Jake knocking out Ben. We all know that happened for a literal tiny little moment out of the entire fight. He just showed that one clip. Honestly, they weren't even originally in the lawsuit because what happened was Triller was suing a bunch of people. They have all these people listed and then went back later and added H3 to the lawsuit, which is so crazy. I don't know if someone like sent them a clip of him reacting to it and they were like, let's add them in or what, but that's just so crazy that originally they weren't a part of it and then suddenly now they are added. And it does kind of get a little complicated because what happened was Ethan explained that when they react to videos on the podcast, they want to make sure that when they actually go to play the video is going to play, and they don't want a situation where someone has deleted the video and so they go to react to it and the video is deleted. So whenever they find content for the podcast, they immediately download the video and then they re-upload the video that they're going to react to onto a private channel. And when they're doing the podcast, they'll go to the private channel, get the video and play it. And that is kind of where it gets a little bit messy because obviously they got the video of the fight, downloaded the video of the fight, uploaded the video of the fight, and then Ethan reacted to the clip of the fight. So I don't know if they're going to get in trouble for re-uploading the fight, if that could possibly be like broadcasting it. But the thing is, the video link was unlisted and there was probably like 2 people that watched it, him and the person that pulled the video for him. But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting situation, you guys. It's obviously just super insane to think that this is all going on and millions of dollars is on the line. Ethan says that they're going to try to just be nice and resolve this in mediation so it doesn't get litigated. This is just a whole big old mess. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this entire situation. How do you think this is going to end? I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.